This edition of PewterPirates.com brought to you by House of Brews Tavern and Grill. More than beer, House of Brews gives you great food and always great fun. And speaking of food and fun, we'd like to thank our co-title sponsor, Sea Dog Brewing Company. Its Clearwater location and its Treasure Island Brewery by the beach boast the exclusive combo of giving its patrons a New England brewery complemented by a golf-inspired menu. Oh, we appreciate our title sponsors, and we appreciate you logging on to PewterPirates.com. This is your video preview of Bucs against Carolina Panthers. Now, I know Halloween is history, but here at One Buck Place, the quarterback situation has been spooky scary. First, you had, this guy, Ryan Fitzpatrick. You had the Fitz magic. And then, after he was benched, you had this guy, of course, Jameis Winston. But after his spooky, scary outing against the Cincinnati Bengals, guess what? Back to Fitz magic once again. Here's our menu as we preview the Bucs against the Carolina Panthers. It's all about the quarterbacks once again. We're going to talk to Ryan Fitzpatrick about being the starter once again for this football team. Jameis Winston, he also addressed the media, but despite all of that, we got to talk Carolina Panthers, because if this Bucs team wins, they're right back in the thick of the NFC South race. Your Bucs Panthers preview on PewterPirates.com. It's next. Welcome to our PewterPirates.com preview of Bucs against Carolina Panthers. We'll wait for it. The magic could be back. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick back in the starting lineup as quarterback for this football team. We'll see if there will be magic in Charlotte, North Carolina on Sunday. Ryan Fitzpatrick, of course, had a historic start for this football team, winning big games on the road in New Orleans and against the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles, but then struggled at times against Pittsburgh and was benched against the Chicago Bears. This football team is glad maybe the month of October is over, because they were 1-2 and now have a losing record, 3-4. But Fitzpatrick says he appreciates his second chance to be quarterback of the Buccos. You've never put numbers up like you have early in the season, and maybe never worked with weapons like you have on this team. Is it exciting to get a second chance to possibly put those numbers up and to work with the weapons that you have?
Yeah, I mean, being in the offense and in that huddle with the skill guys that we have is exciting. But, like we've kind of said the last few weeks, the numbers are nice, but the wins are what we care about, So we've got to go out there and find a way to first and foremost for me, I've got to limit turnovers and get our team in the end zone, and we got to find a way to have more points than them at the end of the game. And those are all simple things, sitting here and talking about them, but things that we've got to continue to focus on executing. The wins and losses are what matter, and not winning some of those games, it makes it tough. But at the same time, the guys that I'm coming to work with every day, some of the successes we've had on the field, just being out there and playing freely. I've had some great stops and a lot of fun in different places, but this has been a lot of fun, and part of it too. My boys are old enough to kind of enjoy it and to really be a part of it, and so that makes it extra special for me.
Interesting perspective from one Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's just looking for a win any way this team can get it. But what about the guy now backing him up? That would be Jameis Winston. Yeah, in unfamiliar territory in large part. Not used to being benched, not used to being on the bench, used to being the guy on this football team. He met the media as well this week and talked about, among many things, his future with this franchise. Jameis, Dirk Cutter says he feels you'll get another opportunity to be a starter for this football team. How do you feel about your future right now?
I'm confident about it. Right now, my main goal is to be a great teammate and be here to support these guys and still be preparing and ready to step in when it's time.
Winston, calm, cool, and collected, just feeling like he's going to get his chance down the road and seems to be ready whenever that opportunity will arise. We're just getting warmed up here on our Pewter Pirates preview of Bucs against Carolina Panthers this Sunday. Still much more to come on the other side of the break. We'll talk to the receivers on this football team. How have all these quarterback switches affected them? And we'll also further preview their game against the Carolina Panthers. We'll be right back after this. There are a lot of neighborhood bars, but there is only one.
House of Brews!
It's now better than ever, freshly remodeled with a new U-shaped bar, where it's clear everybody's having fun at the
House of Brews.
Armed with a full liquor and wine selection, House of Brews houses a large selection of brews. But come on, this place is more than brews. The food takes it to a whole different level. A fresh daily scratch menu serves up a wide variety of favorites, leaving customers always satisfied at the
House of Brews.
Not your average neighborhood bar. Oh, it's so much more. Welcome back to PewterPirates.com's preview of Bucs against Carolina Panthers. You know, the Bucs this weekend could be in great shape if they could leave with a victory in Charlotte, North Carolina. Think about this. The first place New Orleans Saints, they host the only team left that's undefeated in the NFL. That would be the LA Rams. If they lose and the Bucs win, well, the Pewter Pirates would be right back in the heart of the NFC South race. And one guy who agrees with that would be tight end Cam Brate. You guys, you win this weekend. I mean, you're right back in the hunt for the NFC South. This is a big game.
Right, no doubt. It's always, when you're right around 500, those games mean a little bit more. You know, there's a huge difference between being 4-4 and 3-5. And I think everyone in this locker room understands just how big this game is, especially being a division game on the road. It's something that Coach Cutter stresses all the time. Those games are worth double because those ones are hard to win. And so this will be our third division road game without playing division home game. So to go 2-1 in those games would be a big thing for our team.
You know, Cam Brate, one of many weapons on this Buccaneer offense, has been number one in the NFL most of this season. But how have all these quarterback switcheroos affected the weapons on this football team? How has it affected you guys having the different quarterbacks this year?
To be honest, I feel like it doesn't really affect the receivers as much as it does the quarterbacks and the O-line. I feel like a big thing is the communication that goes along with getting the protections right, kind of getting the right checks in the run game.
It will be interesting to see if Fitzmagic can regain that magic, use all those weapons like he did earlier in the season. And the good news for him, he also has that revamped running game with Peyton Barber looking great up in Cincinnati. Well, we're going to wrap up PewterPirates.com's preview of Bucs against Carolina right after this. Now, you want a drinking and dining experience like no other in Tampa Bay? Well, Sea Dog Brewing Company is the place for you. Its Treasure Island location gives its patrons a beautiful waterfront view with 6 brand new boat slips and more to come. This Sea Dog location has a great selection with local brews, all made in clear water, and oh, the specials. You have daily happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 to 6. Mug Club Monday features $6 mules. Taco Tuesdays are always popular, but don't pass up the $9.99 Fish Fry Thursdays. And on the weekends, enjoy a Sea Dog Brewery Sunday brunch by the beach. So check out Sea Dog Brewery at Treasure Island, 9610 Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, Florida, 727-954-7805. Well, we wrap up our PewterPirates.com preview of Bucs against Carolina Panthers with some friendly reminders. You know, we can't squeeze everything in to these video previews. That's why we have a podcast. Log on to PewterPirates.com and check out our podcast, A Few Extra Bucks, myself, along with Buccaneer insider Roy Cummings and our esteemed producer, Justin Thomas. It's A Few Extra Bucks, and along with that, check out our YouTube page. We have all our videos on that as well. Well, I'd like to thank our title sponsors once again, House of Brews and Sea Dog Brewing Company. I'm Mike Neighbors. We'll see you down the road.